Okay, here we are inside the 2019 Subaru Ascent. I've owned this vehicle for almost 3 weeks now, and it is a lovely SUV. I went from a 2016 Subaru Crosstrek, traded that in for the Ascent. I actually pre-ordered my Ascent early March and took delivery July 3rd. I was so excited when it came in. I have been waiting for a bigger SUV from Subaru for a long time. I wasn't planning on buying a new car, but as soon as I caught wind of the Ascent, I'm like, I have to have that. So here we are in the Ascent. Steering wheel, I have, the car's turned on right now. When you get your Ascent, you get 3 months of Sirius XM radio. You can also, there's apps on here like Pandora if you want to know the weather or fuel prices, which is pretty handy. It'll tell you where to go, where's the cheapest gas, price, brand, so that's kind of a neat feature. You just hit the home button. And you can change the background too. So under settings, driver profile, depending on who's driving, you can select. And there's a couple different backgrounds that you can choose as well. There's also GPS. So I have the premium package. So I have cloth seats, but I also got navigation, the moonroof, push button start, which is right there, and I got the 20-inch wheels as well. So it's basically like a limited, except it doesn't have leather seats or the nicer stereo system. So it's a little bit cheaper than the limited, but not by much. Go back to your home screen. What's nice about this as well, there is Wi-Fi, which it is $20 a month through AT&T. I also purchased, there's a Subaru entertainment package with 2 Harman Kardon Bluetooth headphones, 2 32 gigabyte iPads, and 2 OtterBoxes for the iPads. It retails, I think, around $970 is what I paid, but it is absolutely worth it. I take long trips with my family, and to have my kids in the back and they're entertained, it's worth it. And what's nice is that you can take those iPads and bring them with you. Subaru does have a stipulation though. You can only get that package if you purchased or leased a new Subaru. So not everybody off the street can go in and get that. So I did get that package from Subaru and I love it. You can see my other YouTube video if you want to see more about the entertainment package. So up here, Subaru has an emergency system. So if you were in a crash or you need emergency assistance, you just click this button and somebody will actually talk to you. There's a place to put your sunglasses right here. And if you click this up once, I call this mom's point of view. So if you want to see what's going on, you can just look in the mirror and look behind you. That's kind of a neat feature. This is the moonroof. We get a lot of snow in Vermont, so I don't think in the wintertime I want to look up and see lots of snow. So you can put the shade up. Just click a button. It'll retract back. This thing is huge. I've been in a Forester with a moonroof and I thought that was huge. Wait until you get inside of an Ascent. It's massive. Just click this button here. It's ginormous. Bird's eye view of my house. And then to close it, so you click that once, and they'll leave a little crack open, so you have to remember to push it again, and the second time we'll close it. So it's a fun car. My Crosstrek had hard time getting up hills. This is a 4-cylinder with a turbo, and this thing has power. It accelerates up the hills. If you're driving on the interstate and you need to pass somebody, this thing has power. It drives like a V6. It's very impressive. When I learned this was a 4-cylinder, I was like, no way. There's no way it is. Having the turbo is fun. So I went from a manual transmission on my Crosstrek to the Ascent, and really this car handles well. It's on the new global platform, so it steers well, handles well, and accelerates very nicely. So I think people looking at a Subaru Ascent would be very, very pleased. Another safety feature is eyesight. So there's a camera here, a camera here. There is off buttons for here. So if you're going through the car wash, be sure to turn this off. It says so in the manual, so the eyesight doesn't get confused and does emergency braking while you're in the car wash. Just a little tip there. So there's adaptive cruise control, which is nice. Basically, it'll spot the car in front of you and will adjust the speed according to the vehicle in front of you. There's 3 different following lengths, so you can select that actually right here on your steering wheel. It also has lane departure, so if the eyesight captures that you're drifting out of either lane, it will beep at you, alert you, and show you actually which side you're drifting off. Right here, there's a button, so if you're on the interstate, going, I believe, about 40 miles or more, this will actually help you keep in your lane. So if you're in like 4 or 5 lanes of interstate and you want to make sure your vehicle's in the lane, the eyesight will help you stay in your lane. It'll actually help correct your steering wheel if you tend to drift off one side to the other. It's a little creepy, but it is another safety feature that is definitely worth having. So I really love the safety features that were placed in here. Again, I have cloth seating, cup holders. There's 19 of them. It's crazy. Inside, you have it's a pretty deep space. Yes, I have a little feather duster in here because it does get dusty. So also in my car, I do have seat covers on the captain's chairs because I travel with my Labrador, as you can see, lots of Labrador hair. And in the 3rd row, I have a seat protector as well because I have toddlers and my Labrador. Sometimes she sits there or in the back, so I just put seat protectors on the back. The front 2 seats I haven't put a seat protector on, but I may in the near future. There is a nice little shelf here. There's one over on the driver's side too. More cup holders. Your controls. Your power seat, so if you need to make adjustments to your seat. What's nice too, right here in your rearview mirror, see this little rectangle right there? So if somebody's passing you, you can look here and see it lights up kind of an orange color, orange yellow, as somebody's passing you in your blind spot. And there's one on that mirror too, so that's kind of cool. Anyways, I'll turn the Subaru Ascent off, and I'll show you the seating arrangements on. This door opens pretty wide. Anyways, I'll just show you the profile of it. I also have a Subaru Outback, 2010. It's actually our teenage daughter's car. We bought her an Outback. Just with the Vermont weathers, we wanted something reliable, all-wheel drive. There's the front. button. Here's your gas tank. The Ascent. And the back. So I'm going to open the door. And it almost opens all the way for 90 degrees. That's huge. So if you have kids, they can get in and get out. Or car seats. You can maneuver in and out. This. Thank you, Subaru. Woohoo! If you have children that are toddlers, this is genius. Cup holder in the door. No more spilt sippy cups down here or juice or any other things because they can't reach it. It's like, why do car models not have a child car sippy cup? Anyways, I love this. And my 4-year-old son thanks Subaru for that because he calls it his cup holder. So you can either get a bench seat for your second row or 2 captain's chairs. If you get the Touring, it only comes in, you get a Java brown leather and it only comes in the captain's chair options. So for me, I wanted the captain's chair because I wanted this space in the middle, again, for my Labrador. If she wanted to, sometimes she'll lay in the middle, she'll lay in her captain's chair. So I just wanted that option. Or if you have small children or adults, it's easier access, just in my opinion, to have the captain's chairs so you can get in the back row. You can easily put 3 car seats across. There's more cup holders and some here. So I'm in the 3rd row. There's vents. So right there, you get 2 USB ports and control for heat or air conditioning, and that little pull down is more cup holders. So here's a view from the back. It's a huge SUV. Actually does pretty good on mileage. I'm averaging about 23 to 25 miles per gallon, which is pretty good for a Subaru this size. Here's the back. The seats in the 3rd row, they aren't super comfortable, but you know, if a child or teenager was back here, I mean, it's doable. I would say for longer hauls, it may not be as comfortable. The captain's chairs are pretty comfortable. So again, you can walk down here. There is a little step down right there. Don't mind my car. It is a little dirty. It was raining. There's a little step right there. So overall, if you're considering to get the 2019 Subaru Ascent, if you're on the fence about it, just my recommendation as a mom is to get it. It is the best SUV. I am not a minivan mom, so I needed more seating. My cross truck wasn't cutting it, so I did not want to get a minivan. I love Subarus because of all-wheel drive. And really, Subaru fit all of my needs with this vehicle. I needed more room. I still needed all-wheel drive. And they actually did really good with the gas mileage, so it was a win-win. So I'll show you the power lift gate. So there's a button. Oh, there's your rear view camera. So it lifts up, and to close it, you just push that button there. So in here, this does not come with the Ascent. I had rubber backing placed on here. Just for this panel was about $65, and then for this rubberized panel, it was $80 for that. So that is something separate that I purchased, but Sometimes I have my dog back here, or groceries, like if you have, you know, a gallon of milk that spills, it just helps protect your car a little bit. The other thing is there's a little outlet back here. This is my little vacuum. Having kids and pets, they tend to make messes, so I just have a portable little car vacuum. I plug it in there, and it surprisingly will reach to the front of my Ascent. So if you just hop online and order a car vacuum, I would say it's worth grabbing one. They're like 25, 30 bucks, just to help keep your car clean. But anyways, I just wanted to do a short overview. I know there's a lot of reviews of the Subaru Ascent. Mine isn't very technical, but I can just say as a Subaru owner, and a mom, and a pet owner, I love this thing. So there it goes. Boop, closed. So yeah, I absolutely love my Subaru Ascent. It's fun to drive. And I've actually had people stop me in parking lots and say, "Is that the new Subaru?" I actually had one mom that was driving Impreza, and she was looking at it, and she's like, "Oh, is it too big?" And you know, I didn't care. I let her crawl in the back, just so she could check it out. But it is kind of funny because this is such a new vehicle. I have had several people stop and talk to me about Subarus, and they really like the style of it. So just be aware. It's a new vehicle, so people seem to like the style of it quite a bit. I love it. I thought it's well designed, and it's by far my most favorite vehicle I've had. Honestly, this is my dream car. That, and eventually I'd like to get a WRX, but I have to wait until my children are a little older. It does have dual exhaust. If you get the premium package, underneath this panel here, there is towing capability. On the base package, I think you can tow 3,000. Premium and up, it can tow 5,000. So there's dual exhaust. So that's kind of neat. But yeah, if you're looking at getting a Subaru Ascent, I would say just get one. I know they are more pricier than the Outback, but for the room, the value, just driving as a good family vehicle, absolutely worth it. Usually for Subaru, it sounds like you want to at least go with a premium package, premium limited, or the touring. I do wish I did get the limited, but maybe in a couple of years I'll upgrade and get myself a limited. But for now, this is a great SUV that Subaru produced. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comments. I'm also on Instagram. If you look at Angie Vermonter, that's my Instagram. You can follow me there and enjoy. Thanks.